Hey guys, it's Melissa. Happy Friday. Today I am going to show you how to cut felt with your Silhouette CAMEO 4. This can also be done with a CAMEO Pro or a CAMEO Plus. The trick here is to make sure that you are using the Rotary Blade. So the Rotary Blade, when the CAMEO 4 came out, total game changer. Love it for cutting felt and fabric. You don't need to stabilize the material at all. It's awesome. So the rotary blades, this is a good time to do this video because the rotary blades are not only in stock, but they're on sale. So this is the rotary blade. For those of you who I know are going to ask, it only works in the CAMEO 4 series of machines. So the 12-inch, 15, and 24-inch CAMEO 4, okay? So I'm gonna walk you through how we are going to use this rotary blade to cut some felt and make a cute little felt bow, okay? So what we have, and I'll pull you down to my desk in a second, but I literally went through my whole felt stash like a couple weeks ago because I was making a felt garland, and this is all I have left of felt. This is, this one I think is just off of Amazon. This is it called Benzie? I bought it last year. I honestly can't remember. Yeah, Benzie. So that's what this is literally scraps. As you can see, it's wrinkled. It's like a mess, but this is going to work perfectly with our rotary blade. Okay. All right. So we're going to put this stuff, you can put this directly on your cutting mat. I'm going to tell you why I'm not putting it directly on my cutting mat. The reason is I just bought this cutting mat like on Wednesday. Okay. I just took it out of the package. So felt is one of those materials that is going to really leave your cutting mat a mess. And so what you can do is actually put down a temporary layer of adhesive on your cutting mat when you're cutting felt to protect your cutting mat. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull you down here, but basically I'm taking a full sheet of 12 by 12 transfer tape. Okay, you can do this with vinyl too, but what you're going to do is you're going to literally put the transfer tape on the mat with the sticky side up, and that is going to end up being the adhesive layer. And then when you're done cutting your felt, you can just remove that adhesive protective layer, and your cutting mat will not be ruined by the felt. Okay, this is not something that you have to do. It's just an option if, like me, you want to try to get a little bit more out of your cutting mat. So I'm going to pull you down. I have to adjust the camera a little bit, but I'm going to pull you down so you can see what I'm doing on my work area here. Okay, hopefully this will work. Okay, so all we're doing, this is, oops, here, let's see. There we go. Okay, so I've got my brand new cutting mat. I've got my CAMEO. I'm going to push that out of the way for a second. And we're going to peel off the sheet, cover sheet. And then this is my transfer tape. So my transfer tape is still on the backing. Like the transfer tape itself is on the backing. So this is the sticky side of the transfer tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this whole thing right on my cutting mat to cover the sticky part of my cutting mat. Okay? And you're like, Melissa, it's not sticky at all. Yes, correct. It's much easier to put this on here when you have the backing sheet. It just stabilizes it. Now, all I'm doing is peeling the backing off the transfer sheet, and now it's very difficult to see, but hopefully you can tell that I have I'll pull a little piece up so you can see, I have the transfer tape on top of my cutting mat, okay? So this is a temporary adhesive sheet that I'm going to be able to put my felt on so that I protect my mat. Okay, now I have to turn this way because I have very small pieces of felt. I need to make sure that I place them exactly correct. Now, we are going to be making a felt bow, and obviously I'm making it 2 colors, okay? So I've separated in Silhouette Studio what I'm going to do. The one piece that I have white is literally like exactly this size. So to make it so that I give myself a little bit of wiggle room, in Studio, I rotated the design so it cuts on an angle because this distance is obviously slightly longer than this distance, okay? So I'm just gonna put that here. I know that this will We're down to about 8 inches, and I can tell in my software that that should be good. So I'm just gonna lay that directly on my work area. Now, I also have this green piece, which is a big mess. So I'm just going to trim these little parts off first, and then I'll lay this piece down as well. Okay, so this was cut, obviously you can see here, we're actually gonna cut this same design. This was cut, another bow was made out of this, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna trim like this to give myself a little bit of room. Now, I need to make sure that I go to at least the 6 inch. Yeah, so we'll be good here. So same thing, I'm just gonna place this piece, let's see, 6 inch. It's going to be tight. Just try to, hopefully this, just looking at my software here to see, because the piece that I have, okay, so I think in software I can adjust a little bit on my green piece. I just want to make sure it doesn't cut off. Okay, so I've got my 2 pieces of felt. 1 piece is gonna cut here, remember, at a diagonal, and then the green part is actually 3 pieces, and I'm gonna trim just right here as well, so we don't get caught up on any of these little pieces. Now, you can press this down with your hand if you want. You guys know me, my brayer is like one of my favorite things in my craft room. This little, like, I don't know, under $10 tool. It just smooths out the felt and gives it a really good stick, okay? For those of you just joining, you may wanna watch the beginning of this video because I gave a cool tip on how to protect your cutting mat when you're cutting things like fibrous materials like this felt. Okay, so now all we need to do, I'll pull my Cameo over, hopefully you can see that. Now all we need to do is make sure that the rotary blade, can you see here? Let's see. Okay, we need to make sure that the rotary blade, the gray one, is in tool 2. Now, if you're trying to cut with your rotary blade and it's not cutting, it's probably just because the safety lock is on. So the safety lock is just the safety cap. Okay, so you wanna make sure it's turned so that the blade's exposed, all right, and pop it in there. Now, let's see how good I am if I can load this upside down. Okay, I'm loading this in. Actually, I'm not gonna load yet. That one little corner is up. I wanna make sure, there it is. Just wanna make sure this sticks, okay. All right, so press the load button first, and then you can hold this with 2 hands to make sure it loads in evenly. All right, now in Silhouette Studio, I'm cutting from the 2nd tool carriage, okay? I've got it all set up already, so I'm just going to send this to cut, and we should be good to go, okay? So what's gonna happen is, see? It's cutting. There's no stabilizer on this or anything. It's just cutting this felt. Always stand by, just in case. All right, so if you're just joining, the Cameo 4 rotary blades are in stock right now, and they are on sale. So if you want to grab one, also there is a bundle that they come with the machine. Now let's see. It looks like it didn't cut part of this. Let's see what happened. Huh. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put that back in. I'm gonna tell it that I only wanted to cut the white piece again and see how that goes. So this is real life crafting, people. Now I can do this because I didn't take my blade out. I just want to make sure something happened down here. All right, let's see if we can save this project. Okay, cross your fingers. Okay. Okay, I can see it's cutting. I don't know what happened the first time around, why it didn't cut that piece. All right, now what I can see is that part of this is also not cut. I'm gonna try in the software to move this over a little teeny bit and see if I can get it cut. Otherwise, we're gonna make a smaller bow than we originally planned. But let's see if this Friday's gonna go my way. Okay, let's try. Everyone cross your fingers. You can see this already. Felt. Fingers crossed. We got it! Yeah! Yay! Never give up on your projects, people! All right. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you, look how easy this is to pull off of here. Okay, whoops, I got a little snag right there. All right, but let me pull this whole thing out so you can see. All right, so let's move this out of the way. Okay, so I got the white piece. So I got a little snag, I just need to clip. Okay, and then we've got this piece that we saved. This also needs a clip for some reason. And then we've got the middle part that's supposed to go, I don't know why that didn't work. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry about that piece. All right, so we've got our 3 pieces here, okay? So now what we're gonna do, I have my glue gun was already warmed up. And what I'm gonna do, well, first, before I put that together, remember, I put this, if you're just joining, we put a temporary protective sheet. This is just transfer tape. I stuck this onto my cutting mat so that you can probably see, let's pull it from this side. The reason that I did this is so that the fuzz from my felt got on this protective layer, which is also sticky enough to hold my felt, and not on my brand new mat, which would have made it less sticky for the rest. So now I have essentially still have a brand new cutting mat. Isn't that such a cool trick? Okay, so put that back. All right, now let's put our bow together. Okay, so I have our bow here. Okay, so the way this goes together is like this. First I'll do this one, let's see. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? Yep. Come on, Melissa, you got this. You got this. Okay. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the white one. Okay. This is just, you could make this a single layer if you wanted. You don't have to do it this way. I just decided I was going to be extra fancy, and you guys saw what happened when I tried to do that. I almost lost my whole project. Never give up on your projects. All right, and then this part goes across the back, okay? So it's gonna come together here in a second. And I actually am gonna put some glue right here and right here, because what we've got is this. I want it to stick out, okay, and then I'm gonna dab a tad in the middle, and then I'm gonna press it all down for a second. We're not done yet. Now, to make this super cute and festive, I've got some little yarn balls. Is that what these are called? Felt balls? Okay, and we're gonna put them right in the middle. I don't know, what color should we do? I guess I'll do some green and red. Okay. Couple here, one right there. Are you able to see? Okay, good. Okay, we'll do another green one. Actually, I like the smaller green, so I'll do that. And I'll put a third, whoop, oh boy. And I'll put a third red, I'll put another red. Okay, and ta-da! Who says you can't craft in 5 minutes? That is so cute, isn't it? Okay, so how perfect would this be? Let me pull you back up so I can see you all. Ah! Sideways. There we go. Okay, is this not the cutest little thing you ever did see? I mean, I think these are adorable. You could attach this to a headband for a little girl or a 40-year-old woman. You could put this on the top of a package. You could make it, you know, put it on a beret. You could, I don't know, does your kid want to wear a bow tie? I don't know. But you've got lots of adorable options for cutting felt with your Cameo, okay? And like I said, don't worry if it doesn't go your way right away. There's pretty much always a way to save a project, okay? And nobody's gonna know if you had to use a little clip. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous Friday. If you're interested in the awesome Rotary Blade for your Cameo 4, Cameo 4 Plus, or Cameo Pro, you can grab them. I linked to it up top. Those are in stock and shipping right now and on sale, yay. And if this finally sold you on a Cameo 4, there is a bundle that has Rotary Blades, and it is also in stock. So I threw the link up for that up top as well. All right. There is no Rotary Blade for Cameo 3 because the Rotary Blade requires the special type of carriage and gear system, which the Cameo 3, 2, and 1 do not have. All right. All right, you guys. I hope you have a fabulous day. See ya.